Welcome to another Flipping Tables. Today we're going to be having a look at Desolated from Jakob Lindborg of Antithesis Games, published by Ludo Studios. This is an engine builder for 1 to 6 players, about 15 minutes per player. And it's got some great lore with this game, but it for all intents and purposes, it's a great, beautiful looking engine builder. And we took a look at, this is the prototype box that we were sent. So a lot of the stuff you're going to see here could change by the time it's actually released, and has almost finished its Kickstarter by the time you see this. Make sure you take a look at our video right up there. We talked to Jakob about his game in our Kicking Tables show. But let's have a look at the board. Here's our basic setup. There are 3 types of cards in this game, and they've given them their own name for these cards based on the lore of this world we're in. So here we have this side, these cards here. I am without words, Tico.
Yes.
These are the Racklore material. These cards you're going to purchase to create engines out of, to create material you need in order to purchase the next line of cards, which are your Arcane Influence. That's right, Arcane Influence cards. The Arcane Influence cards then give you symbols on each of their cards, which are then used to purchase the Insula landmarks. And so it's kind of like building up from one row to another. You win the game by purchasing 3 Insula landmarks.
Well, that ends the game.
That ends the game. The landmarks all have points on the top corner.
So victory points.
These cards also have victory points on them if you have them left at the end as well.
And then the landmark cards, the Insula landmark cards, will also give you certain criteria that allows you to add to your victory point total.
That's right.
Depending on which other cards are in your sort of tableau.
Right. So each of them has an inherent ability as well. You know, +3 for every ruble in your repertoire or in your engine. A ruble is one of the elements that you're going to collect, which is shown up in the top of each corner. Look at the artwork on these. These are just gorgeous.
Stunning cards.
Gorgeous, beautiful artwork on these cards. And so this symbol up in the top corner is the currency. Okay, and we'll talk about what these symbols down here mean as Tico goes you through how to build an engine.
Yeah. So what you're going to do with that is, as you're taking your turns, you have a few different options, and one of those is laying a card. And what you do is you'll place a card as an basic card, build your engine, and you can see there's different symbols on the side, and you'll connect your engine with like.
So as long as those 2 symbols match each other, you can connect those and create an engine.
And you can create multiple engines, but the idea is to get as many. What this means is I can take 2 of these pink crystal things here, and I can convert them into one of whatever that thing looks like.
Here's the power of the engine. You can lay down just 1 card, and that 1 card essentially gives you conversion power. Looking at this particular card, you can see that you can convert either way on this card. You can convert that symbol into 3 of these symbols, or you can convert 3 of those symbols into one of those symbols.
Right. In the engine, what it allows you to do is you can convert anything from the left side of the colon? Is it colon?
Yeah, the colon, yeah.
Left side of the colon into anything on the right side of the colon in your entire engine.
In their engine. So I could take, I don't know, I'm going to say 1 of this symbol.
Yep.
Right? That's on the right. I can convert that into anything on the left side of any of these cards because they're in the same engine.
You could do a 1 for 2 of the same?
I could double this card by taking 1 of those and convert it into 2 of them.
Right.
And those would then be used to purchase these cards or these cards. Not purchase these cards. These cards go in your hand every turn.
Yeah.
You get to choose 2 cards off of this row at the beginning of your turn.
2 blind.
2 cards either from here, 2 cards from the deck, or 1 from each, and put those into your hand. You then take those cards with your purchase power in order to purchase cards on the next line. So if I had 3 of those, so Tico, you could purchase by converting this 1 symbol into 3 of those symbols used for this, and then spend the green symbol, which you have right here.
Right there.
So we would take that, we would discard those cards, and Tico can now purchase this card for the amount it is worth.
And it goes into my my play area
In your
here.
play
So
area.
now I have this card available to me. It's worth 4 victory points if I hang on to it. But I can also, if I'm collecting enough of these, and Sean's going to show that right there.
So once you've collected I'm sorry, the names are so strange to listen to, but they're neat names, but I cannot remember.
Insula.
These are the Insula
cards.
landmarks. These are the influence cards. If I have enough influence, in this case, I've got one of each symbol in there. If I can get the camera to focus on it, you'll see. Nope. Sorry about that. There we go. You see these symbols right up here. Those symbols match the symbols on the Insula landmarks. So I want to match these symbols here with the symbols on these cards. So I would spend these cards and discard them, and I would put an Insula landmark into my play area. And I've now purchased this, and now I have an ability as well, which could give me points at the end of the game. And turn just continues through. Beginning of every turn, again, take 2 cards from this row. Either place something in your engine. You can purchase something from the middle row, purchase something from the top row, and once you've done that, you replace what was taken for the next player. As an engine builder, Tika, what were your thoughts on this completely? Once we've played through this,
so having gone through it, I did not find I was using the conversion as much.
I found the same thing. I found the engine for our playthroughs. The engine didn't come into play a whole lot for us. We ended up having enough cards. You can have 7 cards in your hand.
Yeah.
We had enough cards to go directly to this side, to this pile, and put these in our hand without having to worry about conversion. So we used conversion a few times, but I didn't find that it was a necessary step in this game. I felt like the engine needs to be more powerful in order to make you want to keep using it and build bigger engines. I didn't find the engine a necessity.
I know there are some of the arcane influence cards that have very high costs. We didn't really have any of those that popped out onto the board, so we didn't feel the need. So if those cards aren't shuffled well enough, I guess, if they happen to be the luck of the draw that they're at the bottom, you're just going to buy the nice cheap things, and you're getting, because of the number of items that you're getting on each of these to begin with, the landmark cards do not cost that much.
Right.
So we were able to get through. I think you ended up winning with you purchased 3 first, which ended the game. I had 2 out. So we were able to get 5 of them purchased without really having to use the engines too much.
Exactly. And now we did have engines on the board, but again, we didn't use the abilities of the engine as often as I would have expected in an engine builder. So I mean, it's a solid game. It's a gorgeous game. Like, look at the colorful, look how amazing this game looks. The artwork is just insane.
It is absolutely stunning. Small box game too, which is nice for travel.
Yeah, it is a small box. It's basically 2 stacks of decks inside the box. There are expansions available for it, but it's a solid game to start with. Now, if I'm going to say one thing we felt for old married gamers like ourselves, the icons we felt they're so small that we're struggling a lot of the times to really see what's going on the board, what symbols we need. These symbols are so small, and trying to match the symbols and figure out what do I need to get what I need, because and some of them even like, wait, which symbol is that? Is it this one? Is it this one?
Yeah.
What?
There were a number of times where we were like, I'm going to buy, oh wait, that's the
wrong symbol.
As we threw cards down thinking we were all proud of ourselves, and was like, no, I just have bad eyesight, and I think I'm turning, it's hard because they're sort of weirdly shaped things, so it's not something that sort of sticks in your mind. It's like, that's a banana.
Right.
Like, I know that's a banana. Like, it's a weird shaped crystal, and so like, I've got a weird shaped crystal in my hand, but that's the wrong weird shaped crystal.
Yeah. Like I said, it's gorgeous. It's very clean looking, which I love. We just found sometimes the symbols were so small that it took us a second to really figure out what was going on and what we needed to purchase it. But that didn't take away from the gameplay and the enjoyability of the game at all. So anyway, that is, I enjoyed it. That's Desolated by Antithesis Games, a game by Jakob Lindborg. If you missed the Kickstarter, check out Ludos Studios online, and you'll be able to purchase it there. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Flipping Tables. We'll see you next time. Desolated by Antithesis. Nope.
Antithesis.
Antithesis.
A little over my head. Because it gives me that face.
I don't even know what to say now. Desolated. Oh my gosh. I should probably pause and give myself a room to actually edit.
Yeah.